I can't be the one sitting up here on the high chair looking down at everyone working and spending time with my family, going on holidays, and expect them just to keep doing their thing.
Running a building business is a team sport, definitely, isn't it? Running a good building business is a team sport, but team can be a really big problem for a lot of builders. How do you actually suggest builders keep their team engaged, working well together? What do you think are the things that they need to remember?
Look, at the end of the day, you can't do the building work on your own. So I think the thing is to remember that your team are no different to you. Like your team, most of them might have their families, or they might be starting out in life, young family, looking for a house, or like all types of things. So I guess showing that you're actually interested in them, like they're not just someone that you're paying to turn up to site and do the tasks that you want done. Like asking them how their weekends were, how they're going, how they're feeling, like just really making it a lot more personal.
Yeah, and I think too, even for a builder who is still kind of on the tools and doing this themselves, their team can still be there. The subcontractors, the suppliers that they're working with, it can extend out further than just if you're an operator who's got apprentices and supervisors and labourers on site and everything. Yeah. You can think of your team more globally, more holistically. When you start to take that personal interest in who they are, how they tick, what they enjoy, how they, what they need to be able to show up and do their job better, that just creates an entirely different culture and relationship with how you all work together, which just actually ends up fueling better results in your own business, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a flow-on effect. Like people, for me personally as well, like you want to know that people are invested in you, and if you're working every day, or whether you are a supplier that's supplying materials or a tradie turning up, like it can be very disheartening if you're just turning up to a builder that's just so like, there's the plans, get it done, like hurry up, you're wasting my time, like I need to be on schedule, I'm behind. Like I've definitely found in my years in business, like if you get that personal connection with people, everybody in your team, it just makes everything so much easier. Like people are on the same page, and that can be even things like finding out what motivates them, like as well as finding out more about their personal lives and what they do. But again, we're in business to grow and be successful. And although everyone out there doesn't want to run their own business and be their own boss and have the stress of a company, it doesn't mean that the people around you don't have their goals. So finding out things that motivate them and ultimately even finding out ways that you can help them work through whatever it may be to make sure that they're achieving as well. Because at the end of the day, if they're growing, your business is growing and it's going to be better off for everybody.
Yeah, it's been really interesting actually. One of the things particularly our Elevate members find when they start having these conversations with their team members is that some of their team members have never actually been asked, what are your goals? What do you actually want to achieve? And when you start having those kinds of conversations and you see a team member go, oh gosh, nobody's ever asked me that before. And then what that unlocks for them to start thinking about their own kind of future, their own self-improvement. And I mean, you're not fearful if their pathway is that they actually want to own their own building business one day, are you? Because you see that actually as a really great opportunity for you to help grow them, to grow your business at the same time. Yeah,
and look, I think again, like we've actually got a couple of younger guys coming through now that have made it very clear that they're on their path to becoming their own builder. And so I think by having regular conversations with your team, and it is hard. Like at the end of the day, most of our industry is blokes, and when you're asking a bloke, like, what's your goals? What do you want to do? Like, it can be a little bit overwhelming. And as blokes, we tend to just go quiet and push it to the side. But, and look, I get that in my business. Like we ask people quite regularly how we can help them and what we can do. And we tell them to go away and have a think about it. And quite often you've got to bring it up again. But I think just the fact that you're in that position and you are wanting to be interested in them, find out what motivates them, and do it on a regular basis so that they can see that you're genuinely not concerned, but you want them to feel like they're part of your team. And one thing for our business is, and no different to Live Life Build, we want people to feel comfortable. We want people to feel that they're in a comfortable place, that they're working for a company that no question's a silly question. If they're having issues, they can come and talk to us. If they have a goal to become a builder, I love it. Although in my mind, I'm thinking, shivers, in a year or 2 years, I'm going to have to build the team up again. I'm going to have to find someone else. But I've actually found that they actually put more time into my business because they want to be a successful builder when they leave and start their own business. So it works out well for everyone.
Yeah, one of the things that I love that you do with your team is that you'll give them, you say to them, look, family's a priority for you. So therefore, family if you've got a family, then family can be a priority for you as well as my team member. And you've done things like, the first day of school, making sure that they can be there to enjoy that with their kids, making sure that they can take time off for sports carnivals and that kind of stuff. So how have you, because I know that you've had some team members be quite shocked and actually check in with you, are you sure it's okay for me to take this time? Like, how have you found that sort of getting that across the line, and then what that does in terms of how they work with you and that sense of what that does in your team?
Look, I think everyone's going to be in a different situation. Like, I think no different to a builder having difficulties with cash and all those types of things. Like, members of your team are probably or could be in a position where they're afraid to have the time off the work because they need the money in the bank and that sort of thing as well. But so look, depends on what it is and how long it is. Like, we'll look after our members. They might need a couple of hours off to go and do a kids event or whatever, and we'll just tell them to put their hours down the timesheet. But like, I'm really big on, like, I can't be the one sitting up here on the high chair looking down at everyone working and spending time with my family, going on holidays, and expect them just to keep doing their thing. So I do think it's really important to, again, you've got to put it out there, because I do believe there's a lot of, and I had this when I was contracting, you're going to get people that just want you there 8-9 hours every single day, like, that's it, no questions asked. And when you do go to them and say, hey, I've got this event coming up, can I go to it? They get the shits with you. And I don't want to be that person. Like, I want my team to feel like they can ask me whatever they like. And as you and I have learnt through growing in business, and especially with Live Like Build, you only get one opportunity, especially with your kids, and your kids grow up really, really quickly. So, yeah, I really encourage my team to, first days of school, seminars, like, if they hear that their kid's going to be speaking on parade or any of those types of things, like, their special events, and even older ones that may not have kids yet, but like their partners like celebrating uni or got a special event on, anything at all, any of those once in a lifetime opportunities that you're not going to get a chance to, encourage your team to do that. Because again, if you show that you're invested in them and you believe in they should be having the same fulfillments as you're having, then they're going to just put in more effort. Like, it's everyone's happier, everyone works well together, and it just creates that more personal, better, healthier environment.
Yeah, such a fantastic way to keep your team engaged.